Hey folks, this is a quick video. It's following in a line of videos that I'm doing on logs. The video just before this was simply how to push the log button on your calculator, where to find it, and all of that. This question is, this lesson's just going to be how to go from exponential form to a logarithmic form. Okay, and this will prove useful so that you can use a calculator in the future to figure out all kinds of exponent questions using logs to help you. And that's where logs is so useful, is when you're dealing with exponents that aren't so easy to deal with. So, for example, if you forgot what exponential form is, let's just make up something. For example, 3 to the power, or 3 to the exponent x is equal to 9. Well, this is called exponential form right here, and you know already that x is going to be 2. Okay, so 3 to what exponent is going to be x? Or sorry, 3 to what exponent is going to be 9? All right, what we're going to learn in this lesson is how to write it in logarithmic form, where we take the base right here and we put it right there. We take the 9 and we put it right there. And over here we put the x. Okay? So, by the way you would say this, you would say x is the logarithm of 9 to the base 3. So x is the logarithm of 9 to the base 3. I'm not sure if it matters if you know how to say that, but let's look at the next screen so that we can practice changing from exponential form to logarithmic form. So I'll just stick this screen here for you. You can read it if you like, but I'll read it out loud as well. We must learn to rearrange an exponential equation into logarithmic form as follows. So this is just another example similar to the last one. 10 to the exponent x is equal to 100. Okay, and it gets written just like before. You write the word log. You take the base here of 10 and you write it right here. Okay, you take the 100 that you saw right here, you put it right there, and that equals x. Okay, or if you wanted to, we do know that x is going to be 2 over here. 10 to the exponent 2 is equal to 100. So 10 squared, or 10 exponent 2, is equal to 100. Just like in the same way you could write it like this. Okay, so 2 is log 100 to the base of 10. Okay, remember your calculator has a base of 10 built into it already. So this is something you could punch in your calculator and it would work, just like in the last lesson. Down here is how you would rearrange, and this is probably the important part from this video, because we're just focusing on how do you take something with an exponent in an exponential form like this, and how do we change it into logarithmic form, which looks like this. Okay, so I've put arrows there for you to look at, and yeah, you can just quickly write that down if you like, just to help you remember how to do this. Okay, so let's try a few examples. Of course, you can always push pause if you need to look at that longer. Okay, it says write each of these in logarithmic form. Okay, so remember, we write the word log down first, and look over here and say, where is the base? Well, here is the base 2, so you're going to write it right there. The 16 will go right here. And of course, the leftover number is the 4 there, and that will go right there. We've just changed this from exponential to logarithmic form. Okay, and now to question B. This question looks a little confusing at first. However, just stick to how we solved the last one, okay? You write the word log. Now over here we have a base and an exponent, and it doesn't matter that the exponent is negative. It's still an exponent, okay? So the base is 3. So just like before, you write the base of 3 right there, okay? The 1 over 9, I'm just going to write it right here in brackets just to just to show that right there. And then remember, the -2 is the exponent. It gets put all by itself on the end. Okay, we have just changed this into logarithmic form, from exponential form to logarithmic. Let's do one more together, and I suggest practicing this a little bit before we move on to the next video, which will be going opposite direction, logarithmic form to exponential form. I'm sure you could do that without the video, but hey, I'm just making the video to make sure. This last question, C, all we have to do is look for the exponent. There it is, and here's the base. So start by writing log. The base is 8 over here. Over here we have x, so that goes next. And then the exponent goes all by itself there on the end. We've just changed this from exponential to logarithmic form.